In a bid to guarantee the protection of human rights for all in Nigeria, the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, has extended its focus beyond the violation of human rights by security agencies to also include the rights of workers in business and business-related environment. The Commission on Wednesday commenced a 2-day training workshops for regulatory agencies on access to remedy for business-related abuses. Addressing journalists shortly after the official opening ceremony of the workshop, the Executive Secretary of the Commission, Barrister Tony Ojukwu, said, "Businesses are also a major contributor to human rights violations, hence, the provision of the United Nations Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights, which encourages human rights agencies across the globe to spotlight the interconnectivity between business and human rights."
It's been proven that it is not only the law enforcement agents that violate human rights. Businesses, while trying to protect their businesses, also violate human rights. And of course, in 2011, the United Nations adopted the United Nations Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights, where it is being advised that national institutions like national human rights commissions all over the world should help to create awareness on the connection between business and human rights. You know, businesses generally are there to make profits. However, in the process of making profits, there's a tendency to overlook every other thing. But we think that what's more sustainable is making profit and also respecting human rights.
Mr. Ojukwu said, "Often, the quest to maximize profit, which undoubtedly is the aim of every business entity, sometimes blind businesses from paying close attention to other aspects of their business, which including but not limited upholding the rights of workers. And this," he stressed, "is not sustainable."
You can see that at times when businesses hire security agencies to protect their business, the rights of the people are sometimes trampled upon to protect these businesses, so that they can maximize their profits. But that is not sustainable, because that's now hurts them again, because the people can start protecting, the people can block the businesses from operating, and the businesses will shut down for some period of time. So we want a win-win situation where the businesses will respect human rights so that businesses can flourish, instead of violating human rights to maximize profit and then they are shut down for some time.
The Executive Secretary also noted that complaints of abuses emanating from businesses operating within the country necessitated his commission's intervention.
Communities. There's child labor there. At times, while miners want to carry raw materials, they kill people. At times you see in some of the extraction industries, the way people are being packaged as if they are their wood in buses. At times you see people are dismissed without any respect to their dignity of their human person. So a lot of issues arise in the way some businesses in the extractive industry carry on the business. That has informed us to say, no, we need to look into this area to make sure that human rights is also protected there, because it is people that are all involved, they're all human beings.
The Danish Institute for Human Rights expressed its readiness to supporting the new focus of the Commission. Speaking also at the event, Executive Director of Africa Center for Corporate Responsibility ACCR, Austin Onu-Oha, urged businesses in the country to deploy technology as a remedy tool to guard against the violation of workers' rights.
Technically, I don't think it's the responsibility of the National Human Rights Commission, because they act as more or less quote and unquote a regulatory agency. What happens is that it's the service providers that will put in place remedial measures that will tackle them. For instance, you can deploy technology to receive your complaints. You can also use technology to enforce, your settlements. Today, people do all kinds of things online, and so it can be done. I know media people don't have time. When I was a graduate student in the US, my pocket was picked in a train in New York, and when I came down at the next stop, I complained. And under 30 minutes, they ran CCTV camera and they saw the person picking my pocket. They flashed his face all over the CCTV camera in the throat. And in the next session they call him and they brought back my wallet. That's the use of technology. So when you look at the remedy framework, is the responsibility of the service providers, the company. I don't want to mention this on air. One of the banks recently smoothened out their process, and it's easier for you to get remedy online because they are deploying technology in a very unique way.
As these regulators acquaint themselves with the UN guiding principles on business and human rights, workers in the country cannot wait to see improvement in the way they are being treated in the days ahead. DN News, Abuja, North Central Nigeria.